Laura Bates' message in this speech is clearly a call to action, a reaction of anger and frustration, and informative all at the same time. Here are 5 different examples that I was inspired by and influenced my direction for my visual message. In this first example, my initial reaction to watching it was so bold. And I think that Laura Bates' message in her speech was bold as well. I think the contrasting colors contribute to that in this animation. There are sharp entrances, the contrasting, almost vibrant colors in the background all work together to create this bold and energetic feeling throughout this animation. In this animation specifically, I was really drawn to the different perspectives that the viewer sees the subject from. Straight on, over the subject's shoulder, and even from behind the viewer's glasses. The perspective really makes it feel like a complete story is getting told. I think this relates to Laura Bates' speech because she is clearly presenting a different perspective than what everyone else thinks is going on. Laura Bates' message throughout her presentation is clear. There are foundational parts of our society that contribute to everyday sexism. In this animation, you will see the construction of 2 different structures. I really like the way this is put together. I like the way that all of the pieces come together to make something. This visual implies that there is a foundation, that the parts at the top cannot be constructed without the parts on the bottom. Laura Bates is trying to reconstruct this foundation, and I think that this animation really relates to that subject. This next clip is actually from the same animation, but I think this entrance of elements helps get a lot of information on screen and presents it in a chronological way. I think Laura Bates jumps around in terms of the things that she talks about a little bit. There's not a direct connection, and I think that it's important that the viewer gets one established. So I liked the way that all of this information, as it showed up on screen, it was connected to the things that came before it. It was connected to the things that went after it. I thought that was really effective. In this animation, text is balanced with visuals. You're not reading too often, or you're not just only looking at pictures too often. I think this is important in this animation, as well as my own, because I think it helps the viewer look at different kinds of visual information. This was something that I wanted to use in my own animation, and you see here that when it's used properly, it can be very effective.